bring you back over to this spooky dungeon. Let's see. Here we go. This map will take 2 or 3 hours to load, maybe, depending on how things are going tonight. Alright, so let me clear this. And put on some music. Alright. So there's just the gentle sounds of the rushing streams going through the cavern, the dripping of water, the occasional post-mortem muscle twitch of the dead creatures. You guys who were in the front lines getting shocked and paralyzed and chewed up and spit out, there is a lingering sensation of muscles seizing up and kind of spasms of pain as it continues to kind of course through your body, slowly working its way through your muscles until there are no more lingering side effects. This area smells of decay and fungus. Looking around, you do see that there are more of those deposits of the strange mushrooms that allow you to see invisible creatures, the Visus invisibilia, growing here and there, as well as just more ambient sort of lichens and molds that are sort of growing in this dank underground cavern. All right. To the north, both the northwest and the direct north are 2 small but fierce waterfalls that come plunging out of the ceiling, and that is the source of the water in this room. There is the low stone bridge of dwarven make that cuts its way across this river, and you imagine at one time, or perhaps depending on the time of day, this chamber might flood completely, or at least be completely full of water. So at this point, though, it is just what you see on the map. There is, on the other side of this dead creature, a staircase leading down into darkness. I think I heard Nikolai.
Yep, made it on.
All right, sweet. You've only missed the recap. We're just now getting started.
Cool. And Liz is still trying to get on, but I have hope.
All right. So, what now?
I would like healing.
The first thing would be, ow.
Yeah, ow. I'm on the...
Do we think it's safe to take a short rest here before we continue? Ask everyone.
Yeah, Nikolai says, sure, why not? What is worse that could happen?
Probably bad.
We're determined to go down those stairs.
I agree.
If anything, I'll take 10 minutes and cast prayer of healing.
Okay.
As long as if we're gonna sit here and take a
we
little.
should conserve our strength if we're going to take out the guardian tomb or the vault.
Okay. Even Fang slinks back into the room, and is kind of sniffing at these rotten crates down here, sort of just peering around. His posture is nervous, but also alert. He does not seem scared so much as cautious. He looks back at you guys, and he just sort of shrugs, which is weird because dragons have like 2 sets of shoulders. Never really thought about that, but I guess it's like a shrug wave, right? The first set of shoulders shrug, and then the second set of shoulders shrug. Yeah, nobody thinks about this kind of stuff.
I guess we'll see how the short rest goes, and if we still need a little bit, I'll try to top us off, if anything.
All right, fair enough. Okay. Even Fang gonna eat them hit dice. Here we go.
Calculate.
Oh wow, that's a lot of hit dice for us.
I'm using all of them.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use all of mine too, most likely.
Can't take them with you.
I mean, that will still be true moving forward for me, but I am starting to look at other ways that hit dice could be used to kind of spice them up a little bit.
Okay, Spencer.
All right. Spencer's got hit dice.
Yep.
Yep.
I feel like I'm still gonna have to do a little pair of healing. Because some of you guys is super low.
Yep.
Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, hooray! Sorry about that, everybody.
Oh, no apologies. It's amazing that you got it working.
It really is.
Yeah. We're in the post-apocalypse. I mean, I don't want to know what you had to do to get it working. It's none of my business. So.
All right, so I'm at full now.
Sweet. Eben Fang gives you the claws thumbs up of I am also at full. Every once in a while, there's still the occasional twitch from the electrical worm creatures.
You guys are full even with the hit point maximum raised?
No,
Yeah, I'm at full. Sorry.
Okay.
I remember with Spencer, you're adding his constitution to those also. His constitution modifier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, an hour of rest goes by. You take some time to recover from wounds, the blood of heroes, and that sort of thing. The air continues to be sort of stagnant despite the rushing water. It does flow far off the map into darkness. The ceiling lowers and does that whole like Underdark River thing where you can't really see where it's going anymore as it kind of dips deeper into the Underdark. During your time resting, nothing comes and bothers you. The mother of these babies does not show up and wonder what you have done. Everything seems to be okay.
I was good until you said mother.
Mm-hmm.
bag up the.
That's one of my favorite tropes is like, you know, as you're examining the body of the monster, a lot of what you see indicates that these are hatchlings.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and then there's just that moment where it's like, oh.
Does anybody still need healing, or you guys all topped off?
I'm good for now.
I'm good as well. But thank you, Mr.
I'm
Thoughtdrum.
set. Yeah, thanks.
Well,
Okay.
let's do what we came here to do.
This.
Back.
Never
Do you
mind.
want to bag up these mushrooms in case there's more invisible stuff?
Sure. I'll pick some mushrooms.
Yeah. I mean, you can see, it allows you to see them for up to 4 hours. There is a slight chance of side effects.
Oh, so am I still good on seeing invisible stuff since it's like an hour rest?
Let me check. You do feel after the hour, the vision begins to fade. It's hard to tell because you got so much going on with your eyeballs. But I think as you kind of cycle through your 17 different types of vision, you realize that the latest one is no longer online.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I feel like the semantic component would definitely be holding an invisible viewmaster and like clicking through the slides. That would be amazing.
Just like there's different tints.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the one thing I would have done, sorry, is I would have brought Cat Yaru back as well.
Oh sure. Let me grab him for you.
Okay, so
He needs
I
to
don't
see
wanna
it.
come back.
See the. I know.
Stop! I told you to stop calling this number.
They were working hard. They're working hard on their memoirs. That's okay. Let's see.
I'll take a mushroom and I'll offer one Skull and Thogrum, and the other people who sit on the front. And it's like, well, bottoms up.
I really wanted to find a GIF of like Predator when he's like switching through the different.
Oh yeah.
menus. Thorgrim's gonna hold off on eating the mushroom.
Yeah. Same.
Just gonna pocket it.
I'm gonna place a quick app order for tea and honey and see if they're open. Hold on.
Hey, AC Beauty.
All right, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, you got this big thing here. Altogether, it weighs about. Let's see. Yikes. Okay, we're looking at about 5,000 pounds.
Wow.
Which is actually not that much for a huge creature. More than likely, it's because the creature has very weird skeletal system going on, if any.
And it's
Ready.
fully blocking the stairs.
Yeah, you're gonna wanna. I mean, you guys could crawl over it, but you know, you might want to just move it out of the way. You got some strong boys, shouldn't be a problem.
The guy with 20 strength.
Yeah.
In that. Still really heavy.
You guys work together, you know, combined strength.
You're like the
Spencer will
strongest
help
guy
you.
in the world with 20 strength.
Yeah, like give me a combined strength score. That would be a good way to do it.
I have 16.
Okay.
Mine's 18.
Spencer is 16 as well.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That'll be fine.
Skull's like 36.
Okay.
I don't know what Cat Yaru's strength score is, but he'll help too.
Sure. No, this is actually something that they have done throughout D&D history. Sometimes is they'll be like, this door is so big that only a so and so could open it, or 5 characters with a combined strength score of 200, or something ridiculous like that. Okay. Yeah, with all of you working together, you can kind of push it or pull it, might be easier, off to the side, and it just sort of flops rubbery and boneless like a giant rubber chicken over the side.
Well,
Oh.
Mr. Skull, should we go down the stairs?
Okay, I installed this new teleporter mod, so as soon as your miniature touches here, it moves over to the other. Now, I'm gonna actually just pick up your mini and move it myself.
Oh,
So,
I'm excited.
okay.
I was excited.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that's sweet.
I've spent the whole month at like Foundry University from home. So it was I had to log on here and kind of like fool around for 30 or 40 minutes to remember what the hell I was doing.
Before you head down the stairs, I'm gonna take a moment with Evan Fang. I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna pull out the wand of magic missiles and say, "In case you'd like to resist, but you do not want to get close, I do approve of your newfound path you've chosen to become a wizard, and I feel you will become the greatest of wizards. But they all have to start somewhere." And I hand him the wand.
He looks at the wand, his eyes wide with avarice, and he snatches it very quickly. He can't even pretend. Yeah, he takes it. He clutches it to his chest in a very golem-like gesture, and wants to know how many charges this baby has left. And then he cocks it like a shotgun.
7.
Oh, I give him a thumbs up.
How many charges?
It's got 7.
7. Okay.
That's pretty good.
All right. Cool.
And I give a pat and we move on.
All right.
A quick hug in case this is
Because oh dang, if this is it, I don't know what to tell you. All right. So you go down some stairs, through a long passage, and then up some stairs, and you find yourselves in front of another one of those lead-lined dwarven doors. This one seems to have a pretty fancy lock on it, built into the design of the door. There is a handsome dwarf wearing only an armored codpiece and a Viking helmet that has wings instead of the non-historically accurate Viking horns. And he is in the middle of singing, one hand over his heart, the other wide, reaching to the sky. Thunder. Oh, you can't really see thunder, sorry. Lightning is coming down from the embossed, sort of raised sculpt of a storm cloud, and crackling all around him. And you see what looks like a meteorite falling from the sky towards his outstretched hand. His wide, yawning mouth is the keyhole.
If I detect magic on it, does it seem magical, Crash? I have a guess.
Yes. This door is warded heavily. It will, in this narrow confines, create a loud, thunderous effect.
Thogram's just gonna look at the door and he's gonna say, "Open," and Dwarven.
Okay.
I think you have to sing it. Look at the emboss, the relief.
The door nothing bad happens, but the door does not open. The door does not open.
Do I recognize the character?
Go ahead and give me a history check. Since this has to do with dwarfs, you may do so as advantage. Oh my. Okay. What is this? Was this episode 2? You going way back for that? Way back.
We found a mysterious key in the house that crawls that's supposed to open a door. It might not work here. I think this is probably too high DC, but
I mean, you did. You did.
Disappears
did we?
forever. Yeah, there was a key.
Yeah,
Hold on, I can get the details.
No, I thought that we had like something that was like a special key that would open a door or something like that. Like,
Yeah, hold on. I'm digging it.
You do recognize this person though, as a Dragnell Farroar. He was a barbarian of great power. Yep. A skilled grappler. It is said that he sung a star down from the heavens, caught it in his outstretched hand, and had it crafted into a warhammer.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of tell everybody about it, but embellish about how awesome dwarves are
Mm-hmm.
that they were able to do that.
Door.
Fair enough.
Key.
Sorry.
Now, it is strange to you that this would be in such a place, but because his clan was way up in the spine of the world, which makes the fact that he went around in just an armored codpiece that much more impressive. But he probably had a DM that was like real rule of cool, so they didn't use like cold weather rules or anything like that. So going way back for this key. Oh, all right. I mean, the mouth is there. It's open.
Dude.
You don't know. You don't know till you. Yeah, you don't know till you try.
Oh,
When else are we ever gonna use?
I'll tell you this. It certainly ain't gonna open the soul vault. So
No keyhole.
Wait.
Go for it. You're the one that has it, Thogger. I gave it to you since the beginning.
Thargrim's gonna kind of look at the key and like kind of shrug.
yeah.
And
As
then
you
he's
reach into your pack to grab the key, you do see two porcelain eyes kind of staring up at you. The key, sort of its own accord, probably just because you guys are so crowded in the hallway, slides up out of the bag towards your hand.
No!
oh, this. We should definitely do it now. I'm convinced.
Buddy will lead us to safety.
You just got jostled. That's all it was. You know that it's just a trick of the eyes. You were reaching for the key anyways. It's just optical illusion.
So I'm gonna put the key in. Like I'm gonna
Okay.
go to move the key to put it in the hole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look away, and I'm gonna kind of like look at everybody and kind of like get them to step back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to try to use divine intervention as I put like the key in the hole and turn it.
Oh my god! All right,
Okay.
roll it. As you call upon your divine intervention, the key does glow with a resplendent orange light, as though it was forged fresh. The metal glowing white hot. As you place it in the lock, it feels right. Do you turn it?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
just go through with it.
All right. There is a boisterous and sonorous sound that comes from the door. You feel the blast of thunderous noise wash over you, but none of you take any damage. In fact, if you were lacking for temporary hit points, you would have gained 15 temporary hit points. So if anybody has less than 15 temp hit points, you now have 15 temp hit points. The door makes some sounds and then parts and opens.
Like after it
Don't
does
worry.
it, then like Thogrim is just gonna like, does the key like disintegrate or anything crazy like that?
Well, it's a magic one-use key, so it does sort of just melt away to slag and vanish into beautiful magical essence.
And then Thogrim's gonna put his hands together and like praise God, like, oh, thank you.
Okay. The room beyond is not lit except for the light you have brought with you. In the center of the room, there is an ornate chest. It is wide and low, the style of the people of the northernmost parts of the continent. the kind of people you'd meet if you were playing Rime of the Frost Maiden, which recently came out. That's our plug for Rime of the Frost Maiden. All right. It is decorated beautifully with different precious metals depicting the various deeds of Farrour and his many adventures. Most of which involve being stronger and cooler than frost giants. It seemed to be kind of his niche area. The room itself is an interesting kind of star shape, which creates a very unusual ceiling situation where there's sort of this kind of multiple arcing triangle situation that's mirrored in the design of the ceiling, and you realize that it is supposed to be like sort of a star, like both in shape with the walls and also with how they built the ceiling. So a lot of care was put into this small chamber.
Oh, like the drawing Thogrum sing us a song.
Yeah, like this kind of thing, but then like with the other star on top of it, like I don't know, like that. Yeah, like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then the part where you guys are at is just like if the floor was right there. So this bottom part you don't see, but the ceiling has all these little like triangular divots in it.
Oh,
Sick.
okay.
Yeah.
So I cycle on magic eye. Do I see anything in particular, or is it...
there is a bright magical aura coming from inside the chest. If I had to describe what it is, it would definitely be enchantment, School of Enchantment, and also evocation.
Yes. Does it look like it opens? Is it like an open, like it's...
Yeah. There's just a like a latches, and you just whoosh, open the lid.
Well, Mr. Thogrum, do you want to do honor of opening it?
I'm gonna walk over and like put my hand on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of like take a good look at it. And do I feel anything, or does it just feel like basic stone? Or
the chest itself is not made of stone, but is made out of various precious metals. The chest itself is easily worth 1,000 gold.
I'm gonna like eyeball the chest, and then I'm gonna open my pants up
Okay.
on the other side.
Coming decks. Just shove it in his pants.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna open it.
You're not-
You're not gonna
Yeah.
open it.
I think
No,
you
no,
need
I
to
am.
open.
Yeah, I'm gonna like push to open it, while like simultaneously trying to feel like how heavy the chest actually is.
It's actually the chest itself. It's a metal footlocker essentially. So in and of itself, it's pretty heavy. But then there are contents inside that are heavy. As you open the lid, there is the classic Hollywood tinkling sound effect played in the background. As the camera sweeps over a bed of untold amounts of shiny electrum pieces. You recognize electrum pieces as the red-headed stepchild of currency. But it is said that Farrour loved electrum pieces and collected them. And he actually became quite rich because none of his companions liked electrum pieces. So he would take them off their hands. And since he had a very do what you want dungeon master who didn't even track cold rules, he didn't track inventory either. So eventually, he had so much electrum that he got crazy rich off of it. Electrum, of course, being a mix of silver and gold, and It's worth 50 cents essentially a piece. So it's like half a gold piece for each electrum piece. So there is a bed of electrum pieces, and then interspersed with the electrum pieces, which shine beautifully, they're all well polished, almost as if they wanted this effect when you opened it up. There are small, beautiful diamonds interspersed as well. And then nestled on this beautiful bed of shiny electrum and diamond is the star metal striker. It's this guy right here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think
So-
anyone's gonna want it.
Nah, probably not. So, I mean,
Not-
it's pretty. It's a +2. It's a +2 weapon that does cold damage. It's pretty nice. So,
Can I pick it up and like look away as I go to touch it? Like,
sure, if you want. All right. As you pick it up, and it senses your dwarven lineage, it does start to glow and crackle with energy. I mean, it still requires attunement, but, flavor-wise, it's definitely a hammer that prefers dwarves. But anybody could use it, if they're proficient in light hammers.
can I if like we're not doing anything, can I get someone to help me load the chest into
Sure.
my pants? Is there anything else? Wait, is there anything else on the chest? Just, or is that the gist of it?
That's what's in the chest. 500 GP in small diamonds and 2,000 GP in electrum pieces, which would be 4,000 electrum pieces.
And then I'll load it all up and
Plus the chest itself.
it's pretty fancy for dwarves, man. Normally it'd be just a standard old stone sarcophagus or something, but somebody must have really cared for this thing. Can I take 10 minutes to identify it?
Yeah, sure. I think I shared the stats with you anyways, but yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, so you spend 10 minutes to identify it, and there we go. I'll change it so that it's in the player section. There we go. The Star Metal Striker is a light hammer that requires attunement. It was forged using the remains of a comet and is cold to the touch. It's a +2 to attack and damage. Targets hit by the hammer take an extra 1d4 cold damage, and the hammer leaves behind a crackling mist when thrown, and then immediately flies back to your hand after making a ranged attack with it.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Thakram doesn't even know what to do with himself. He's just like looking at it like he's gonna like look at.
Do you run it back into this room and start chucking it around?
That's what I was gonna say. Like Thakram's just gonna like look at everybody and like.
do it first. But yeah.
Now, the room itself does not have the feel of being like a tomb or a crypt so much as a place for something important to be stored. Yeah. It is not unusual. It's not unusual for more heroic lineages to, rather than just give their weapons to like their descendants, to have their descendants go and quest for said items to prove that they're worthy of using it. Yeah. So it could be that this guy was connected with the dwarves who were working on the project for this, or he knew somebody and he was like, hey, toss this. You got any dangerous caverns you discovered while you were building? Maybe you could, because it's about 5,000 miles, I think, from this guy's homeland, or close to it, maybe 3,000. So
Trying to hide this from my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
got
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we got a spot for that. We got a star room. We'll make a star room. No extra charge. Right.
All right. Either way, that is the contents of the room. You have achieved what your sun cousins could not. They did not travel to this room.
Yeah, see, he was fine. Thogrum got a new hammer.
That's pretty sweet.
Let's not hit die. But it's fine.
It just costs 36 hit die.
Cost benefit analysis. Yeah. I think it's awesome. Let's go. We have the world to save. Or tomb to find. How long have you been down here, Crash? This is of the 3 days left we had. This is like going into the second
you were
day
down
now?
to 2. Yeah, you guys are down to 2 days.
All right.
Get you down 2 days. I don't think I remembered to update it on the main page. But in my notes it does say you guys are at 2 days. Because you had your meetings, and then you came down. That took travel. They explored. So yeah. Okay. If you'd like, I can move you back to the river room.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Using my fancy teleportation mod. There we go. Got to click the button a lot. It's weird.
It doesn't always work. Sometimes you get stuck in walls and that's it.
Yes, as soon as we get somewhere safe before we know
Hello?
we're going into like the room with the statues or whatnot. I like to see if I could take a minute to attune to it if nobody else minds.
No, I'd go for it.
I think we might
I
as
feel
well.
like here would be the safest.
Maybe after we get out of this little area, maybe we like board this place.
Oh yeah,
back
next
up.
to this entrance to the Underdark here. Yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah, I would say Party Ranger, you do not feel that this would be a safe place to continue resting. The sweet stink of these bodies is being washed downstream. It may start to attract more powerful predators from the Underdark. Which Tyrell has one of the largest Underdarks in all of Dungeons and Dragons multiverse. So there's some real nasty stuff down there. Alright. And then somebody said they were boarding it back up? Dead inside sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I can either fabricate something, or we can, if there's enough material around, then that we can.
Sure.
Well, we can go over here.
Board it
You
up.
can take the hour to do your rest, and we can kind of just.
Yeah, I mean, there's actual beds here you can rest on and everything. Remember, people were living down here.
Yeah, then I'll take an hour to attune to it.
Okay. While Thogrum is attuning to the hammer, does anyone have anything they wanted to do during this short rest to prepare, to swap out attunements, last-minute preparations, reviewing of notes, strategies?
Trying to look through my.
Someone has to.
Do
enter
we
that-
have any of those?
Someone has to enter that room and pledge eternal fealty to the hunger, so the statues are going to beat you up. And then from there, we need to find a fountain. They weren't sure how to use the fountain. But apparently that's near where the tomb is, and it's guarded by something unspeakable. Oh yeah. You also have to say it in deep speech when we go into that room.
Yeah, so
I think you're the only one that knows TeamSpeak.
about that.
Or did I also remember you sent to Oakham about that? Did we?
Yeah, after consulting with him, I don't really feel comfortable
I see.
pledging my soul to her. I value it far too much. He says that we can potentially find another way. I mean, if somebody else wants to pledge their soul, I
Yeah,
can
we did look
teach you
from
the
Illyria
words.
to Pharos.
Oh, what I get it. I get it.
Wow.
Everyone's like, oh no.
I would prefer
I'm
nobody
too
pledge
attached
their
to my
soul.
soul, they say. It's like, I don't feel like bargaining with my soul anymore. Only villains
Vutha
do
just
that.
looks over at you and he kind of nervously says,
Well, I mean, you did already like sell your soul, so I mean, you can't really sell it twice, right? So you'll be bamboozling them.
It's like, man, everybody out here is just super attached to their souls. Don't worry, back somehow.
Oakham's mentioned that there may be a different way we can go about it without selling our soul.
Yeah, there must be another way.
Vutha just motions to kind of Vanna White motions to Skull and says,
Violence. Violence is always another way.
Can I remember anything from Oakham's notes that mention these guardians?
It mentioned that there were many guardians and that the guardians essentially were they just were perpetual, so they would just continue to spawn as needed. There are certain types of undead that are bound to places or tasks, for example, and they will reform after a certain amount of time, normally like a day or so. Ghost is the most common example. But there are also, as Nikolai could attest, there are runes of binding that can cause outsiders to essentially be re-summoned if they are defeated. So they would be sent back to hell or wherever else they came from, but then inevitably the complex magics that bind them to a certain place as guardians just call them back after they've recuperated.
Crash?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, when Vutajesk says that violence is an answer,
Yeah.
Nikolai, thinking back to all of his war magic training, goes up to him and says, you will make a good wizard, as Skull said earlier. This is a key part of being a good wizard.
Yeah, he puffs his chest up, and suddenly in his hand is a wand of magic missiles. And he does kind of scratch his back with it, like nonchalant. Like, he doesn't show you that he has a wand or anything, but he just happens to be scratching his back with a magic wand while you're talking to him. Yeah. And he says,
I will take your words to heart. Thank you.
And then he kind of starts picking his teeth with the wand, kind of his eyes wide, watching you to see if you've noticed yet. Skull, you do feel nervous that he is going to blow his head off. Dude only has so many HP. But that's just dad instinct there. That's
Try
just
not
dad
to
instinct.
show it, yeah. I'm just kind of sweating. It's looking at him real quick, looking at who's talking.
Then he starts sort of gunslinger twirling it. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, that is a nice one. Just be careful with it.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Nice of you to notice. I noticed you had a wand too, made from the horn of my own mother. So.
Yeah, so wizards always.
Does your mother have horns?
She does not, but she also had one.
Interesting.
Anyway, we should talk about violence through the desk.
Yes. With this wand, I could just go and blasting.
And starts like making like blasting gestures.
And then whatever guardians will be defeated.
I think it might be a little bit harder than that, but it will be useful, very useful.
So, we know from Naxora that those two eyeball guardians, they respawn. They come back every 24 hours. You know, these new guardians probably do something similar. She mentioned that they don't know whether the big one at the vault comes back or not. But in terms of like just strategy, I think we want to at least take that out and try and get a long rest before the Who Hungers comes by. So if we can find a way to get past those other guardians, maybe block them off, and while we go deal with the big thing, and then we get out. That's possible.
I don't know that we're going to be able to block the other fellas off. They seemed pretty, ghostly-like. Like they could travel through walls and whatnot. So maybe, how long has it been since we killed them? Maybe a couple hours?
Yeah, a couple hours.
So, I mean, at the best, we got, about 20-something hours before they come back. I mean, that should be enough time to get some more work done in here. And then maybe get a few winks in before those two come back.
Let's go to the room and see what we can see.
And with any luck, maybe they won't come back into an area where we are.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds reasonable.
While we're walking along, I just want to take the striker, the star metal striker, and I just kind of want to throw it up and then recall it to my hand.
Oh, whenever you do, there's just a poof of beautiful snow particle effects and glittering stars, and then it just reappears in your hand.
Like while we're walking and like Pharos is walking the other direction, I want to kind of like throw it towards Pharos and then like recall it back.
Before.
Oh, nice, nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, watch.
All right. There is a door here. It is of dwarven make. It seems nondescript-ish, I guess. But it was signified to you that this is the entrance that leads to the creepy door. And you guys have looked in there before, I think. I think you guys peeked in there.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, I don't recall.
Okay. All right. Because I know you got the tour, and then after you slaughtered everybody, but I'm not sure if you peeked inside or not. All right. Anybody want to open it?
I need to know the phrase for the. For the fealty deep speech stuff.
Okay, this is going to be tricky stuff. It's going to be a performance using intelligence, because deep speech is very difficult. This is one of those languages like you can't just have somebody write it down for you. I'm curious. I kind of want to read the origin novel of Illyria Payne and find out how she knows this language, why she knows this language. Because this is for like goo warlocks and people that want to date illithids. Like it's that kind of language.
See, when she was in school.
See, I had like this phase of like
this Eldritch horror phase. Yeah. It was just
like
tentacles everywhere. Black eyeliner and tentacles. 24/7.
they were like, you can take French, Latin, or deep speech.
And everyone was like, deep speech is a dead language. Why are you taking that? And I was like, I'm taking it.
Fair. I thought maybe there was like a redistricting thing for schools, and since your settlement was next to like an Underdark hub, they like were busing elf kids to like the Mind Flayer school, so like to kind of diversify a little bit, and you just sort of picked it up, foreign exchange student sort of thing. So yeah. That would be adorable if Mind Flayers actually had little kids. Oh man. Anyways,
So during the hour, can I spend that time trying to teach you?
And then this will be.
It's like Pharaoh. Yeah, don't.
I feel bad. I don't want you to do it.
It's like
Your soul is in shreds as it is, sir.
Oh. In shreds.
the truthiest truth bomb. Oh wow.
Thargum's just gonna be standing behind Turi like.
You don't have to do this. We can find another way. I mean, if I don't feel comfortable doing it for my soul, I don't think anyone else should.
Yeah, I agree. This does not
agree.
seem like best idea. I like Voof's suggestion from earlier.
I mean, if anyone here has got a pretty malleable soul, I feel like it's old Pharaoh's.
Get it back in the end.
what is the soul?
Don't worry.
We also don't know what will happen. Like, what happens if you pledge your soul to her and then you're under her control or something like that.
Wait, what would this be? A female number 2 or 3?
So Naxor is the one that gives us information. From what I remember, did they try and get anyone to do it?
Oh yeah, they started doing it all the time because they didn't want to fight them suits of armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was mainly just to get by the suits of armor.
Yeah. They felt like if you didn't believe it in your heart, it wasn't real.
So do I have to say it at the door?
The understanding was you said it as basically as you walked into the room, like these are the doormen, essentially.
What if we try to dismantle them another way, and if it doesn't work out as like a last resort, you can say it to kind of shut them down?
But does everybody have to say it, or just one person? I mean, have we been over that?
From what you understand, somebody just says it, and then they calm down.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if, like, the kitty cat says it? Or like an unseen servant or something like that? Can you make one of those that talks?
I don't think I have an unseen servant, and unfortunately, Catyar can only meow at them, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see, though.
And now Thagrum, as a religious individual, you know that faith is tricky. There are unsavory entities who might take advantage of a situation. But deities, as you're finding out from your divine intervention, are often very busy, with their own personal projects. So they can't possibly hear every prayer or utterance that's made. That's, or God would have showed up by now, or at least sent somebody.
I mean, it like appeared to me or it came to me. I mean,
Yeah.
I hear that traveler fella makes common stops with his
I mean, that's just a reskinned warlock, though, if we're being honest.
Who's gonna do it?
I think.
I'm just gonna put my hand on Ferris's shoulder. Lad, there comes a time when you have to sacrifice.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, if we have to kill you and I have to bring you back to life, what's one more time?
did I go fourth?
I mean, lad, I feel like you got more lives than a kitty cat. Okay, so,
Can't keep good dragging down. I'll open the door and say the thing.
Okay.
Oh god!
All right. So, do you have proficiency in performance?
I do.
You do. Okay. So you're gonna make a proficiency, a roll with proficiency and intelligence modifier.
If he starts to like stumble on certain words, can I just like do like the little syllables to
Like from the doorway?
Space,
Okay.
space,
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna coach him from the door. You're gonna coach him from the door. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like if he's like saying
Sure. Pharaohs, this brings back memories of nobility training as a youth. So,
And as he pushes open the door, I'll give him bardic inspiration.
oh, bardic inspiration. Okay. You want to throw some guidance on there too, Thagrim? I mean,
yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say, since I kind of gave him a little pep talk, if I could give that as a little bit of guidance.
Sure. Yeah. All right, you are thrumming.
But we swear we don't want you to sell your soul. But
Oh wow, you are thrumming with inspiration and energy here. You perfectly utter the insidious words as you open the door in a very Lucy I'm home sort of way, and it is good that you did. In the room are some very angry-looking suits of armor. They are of dwarven size and make, and they look over at you, and as you utter the words, they are at ease. You see that there are 5 of them in total. 3 on the north wall, 2 on the south wall. Spencer and Katyaru are afraid to enter this room because of these creatures. You also see, over on the south wall, a door that some have described very inappropriately. But there it is. All right.
I don't know what you're talking.
I don't know either. I don't know. As an innocent, I missed out on a lot of good jokes, a lot of good lulls. So, yeah. So the room seems all right. There's a broken and busted staircase that leads down to the east.
All right. It's fine.
Can I go take
Don't
a
look so
good
tough.
look at the armors?
Sure.
See if you can put one on.
Thagrim, it hurts your heart because now that you are a higher level forge cleric, you know exactly what these are. They are fell forged constructs powered by the souls of dishonored dwarven criminals who are never allowed to enter the afterlife.
Would I know of a way to?
These are literal ghosts in the machine.
Would I know of any way to like free them from this, or like?
They are bound to the armor itself. You could, when they are destroyed, or when they are brought to 0 to go full metagame, the wraiths that power the armor explode outwards, dealing necrotic damage in a wave. The armor then falls lifeless until the spirits regain enough energy to reanimate the suit. During that time, you could begin the task of trying to disenchant the armor and remove those many runes that have been etched inside of it. But
It's not like Full Metal Alchemist. I just can't go and like look inside the.
like one rune, scratch,
Yeah.
and you're done. Yeah, no. As a fellow craftsman, you know that no dwarf would ever be so lazy like that. Now, if humans or halflings had made this armor, sure, they probably would have used discount chalk, the whole deal. So, yeah.
But,
And you're free.
Can you put it on?
You could wear it, but that gives when the wraith that powers it recuperates its strength, it will try to possess your body.
Nice.
Yeah.
But it knows I'm chilling.
Crash, if I offer Cat Yaru a cigarette, will he come in the door?
Oof. This is the handle animals to try to get these guys in. Spencer technically and Katyaru don't have any choice because they are Pokebands. But I'd still like a handle animal because they want to pretend that they have their free will. So.
Normal roll. If I like bend down, Spencer, it's okay.
These creatures are described as having an aura so unnatural that beasts, both wild or domestic, sense the unnatural presence of the Fellforged and will not willingly approach and will panic if forced to do so. They will remain panicked as long as they're within range. I know that Spencer is now essentially a manifest construct of your will, as is Katyaru. So they will come in, they will do business, but their core being of originally being beasts, they feel this sort of absolute terror of these creatures.
And he's already been through a lot. I'm going to send him to the pocket dimension for a little while.
Aw, that's very sweet. Spencer looks longingly as Katyaru returns to the pocket world. But together, Alira, you and Vuthajesk are able to coax Spencer into the room, but it's like getting the dog to go to the vet. Yeah, he goes full sack of potatoes, and you guys are pushing him into the room, and he just kind of goes limp. Yeah, and you just sort of start rolling him into the room. Yeah, he's just letting out low, nervous honks. It sounds like an asthma attack from a clown horn.
Oh, Spencer, it's okay.
All right. Pharos, you do see that at first, Illyria did try to write down the words for you, and watching the scrawling, moving text nearly drove you insane. As you look at the door, you can see more of that text and recognize it as deep speech. Do you have the eyeballs that allow you to read it?
Yes.
I know you collect said eyeballs. All right. You make the motion, and you switch over to that slide of your eyeballs, and you are able to read the following words. Okay. If you serve she who hungers, feed her well, and this first door will open. I will paste it into Roll20.
Dora wants us.
And in this case, the door that you see is the door that your characters see. It is an ominous black iron door. Yeah, black iron door with the JJ mouth at the top. Ominous eyes, kind of watching. Runes occasionally glowing.
Like, would it look like it's just supposed to, like, I don't know, bleed into the mouth section, or?
You are pretty tall. You're pretty tall. So as you kind of stand on your tippy toes and you look in the mouth hole, you see that it does go down into darkness? Question mark.
All right. I'll take like a quick like dagger to like my palm. I'll like cut it real quick and kind of like drip it into the mouth area.
Okay. The metallic tongue begins to move and lap at the blood.
That
You hear a rumbling growl as if from hunger that shakes the room itself.
does it.
All right. I mean, how many
I'll also
how many
try.
hit dice worth of blood are you willing to feed this door?
One.
Oh, okay. You feed it 1 hit dice worth of blood. Okay, the runes begin to glow, brighter, but in your heart, in your hungry heart, Pharaohs, you feel like you could do more. You look around the room, and you see that there are some small animals, perhaps. No one would miss them.
I contribute my blood as well.
Oh, all right.
Can't we just go get some blood from the things that we just killed?
Oh,
As that 3rd hit die worth of blood is poured down into this hungy mouth, the tongue stops. The grumbling and rumbling of the room stops, and the door vanishes, revealing a dark stairwell of uneven stone steps that goes further upwards into darkness.
As I press my palm against the mouth, the fingers of my other hand are crossed into a mermaid tail behind my back.
Fair.
It was hard. Gonna be Netflix.
Lad, I must say, as far as soul flexibility goes, I feel like you're winning this game.
well, I'm just gonna go up here just so I can get Cat Yaru back out.
Sure. All right. You continue to roll the sack of potatoes that is Spencer. Okay. As he gets close to each of the suits of armor, the wheezing honk sound grows stronger. There is an expulsion of whale poop at some point.
That's okay. It happens to everyone, Spencer.
And once they're out of sight, he begins to feel better. And you hear very quietly Ibn Fang say to Spencer,
It's okay. Everyone gets scared sometimes.
Oh.
Does ambergris come from whale poop? Or does it come from...
I think it does. Oh.
I'm just gonna pass a quick glance over the explosion.
Go into cosmetics after it.
All right. Ahead of you is another door. This one is decorated with dwarves and humans. They all seem to be at the edge of some seaside cliffs. You can see tentacles rising up from the water, and a pair of eyes down below the waves. The dwarves and humans seem to be throwing mermaid over the cliff towards the ocean. It is beautiful work, Thagrum. but highly disturbing. It is very abstract, which a lot of dwarven craftsmen don't go in for. Often, a dwarven craftsman who begins practicing more abstract art styles is suffering some sort of madness. Yeah.
You know, would it have killed them to just, I don't know, make a regular door? Did they have to put, this kind of stuff on it? I feel like it's a little extra.
All right. There are no strange runes, Pharos, to read.
No.
But looking at the door, it is hard to tell exactly how to open it. It does not seem to be any sort of keyhole or hinges or anything of the sort.
If I switch on to magic eye, do I see anything of note, or?
Let's see. That is 30 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Detect magic. Okay.
Yeah, it's as far as I can see. Yes.
Yeah. The door does seem to have a low-level abjuration enchantment.
What is it made of?
It is the door itself is made of the same sort of lead-lined metallic material that you've encountered with the other doors.
Is there a keyhole?
There is not. It seems to be a door in so much as it looks like the other doors you've encountered, but this one has no seam down the center, it has no hinges, it has no locks. It does seem to be radiating a low-level abjuration magic. You could roll an Arcana check to know what that magic is, because you guys are of a suitable level that it would be very easy to determine.
Okay, I'll do that then.
I'll help him.
Yeah, it is a simple arcane lock.
Oh, that's not too bad. I will dispel it, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, dispel it.
All right, so dispel magic, and it is done. As you dispel the magic, the door slides into the wall, revealing a large circular chamber behind it. The chamber is quite wide, about 75, 80 feet in diameter. The ceiling is about 60 feet high and domed. So about 30 feet up, the ceiling does start to dome towards the center. There is, in this room, a statue about 50 feet tall of a woman. You imagine that this is what a male human artist who wants to make their elder god look super sexy would have envisioned the She Who Hungers. There are many merfolk properties there, but she stands, as it were, on a pillar of tentacles instead of legs. She does have an outstretched hand that, despite what you see on the map, is empty. You can see runes, Pharos, with your crazy vision. They are etched along the base of the statue, and they say, "From her outstretched claw, the way precipitates. Yet her hunger, with a capital H, must be vanquished to proceed." And then Nikolai, Constantine III of his name, further complicating the room is this sort of stepped well situation where there are these sort of wells within wells that go down to a central basin. The basin does contain bones, some semi-precious gems, and assorted coinage from an earlier time in Faerun's history.
Crash.
Mm-hmm.
Really sorry. I have no idea what's going on my computer. It is like completely locked up. I can't move at all. I can't access
but
anything.
you can hear us though, right?
I can. Yeah, I can't move my video. I can't look in there. I'm going to try
okay.
and stop the recording and restart, and then I'll come back. Give me like 5 minutes.
Okay. Will you be able to hear on your phone while you're...
Yes, yeah. I'll switch to that real quick.
Okay. All right, so... yeah, as you guys enter, that is what you see. A large circular room, domed ceiling. Sort of a sunken central area that leads down to a very shallow, only about 5 foot deep. I guess it reminds you of a well a little bit. The mud at the bottom of the well is black like fresh, crude oil, like just like the darkest night, and still wet. And then mixed into the mud, you can see bones, coins, a few gems, basically a smattering of leftover offerings from an earlier time.
Crash, could you drop a cameraman in there real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Or move me in there.
There you go.
Art view. Oh, perfect. Figure this out.
All right, so, what do you guys want to do?
Well, what do you think will fill her tummy as it was?
Yeah, that's the question. I mean, mermaids, if we had mermaids. Just kidding.
I mean, that's what the Poison Kiss was planning to use.
A party member, maybe.
Could draw straws.
Largrim's gonna like eyeball Pharaoh's like, nah.
We could each do a little, so that none of us was weakened beyond recovery.
I mean, what if we grabbed? Are there any bodies still left in the? I mean, from when we cleared this place?
Yeah. So when you guys came through, just as you were going through, there were no bodies to be found. Which was disturbing in I guess its own kind of quiet way. But I mean, this area, it's closest to the Underdark. The numerous different access points through the river and things like that. I mean, anything could have come and gotten him in the time that you guys have been gone. More than likely, it was oozes. That's generally what cleans up dungeons. But you do have those dead creatures that you just fought. Those are technically recently killed creatures. It's only been a couple hours.
Didn't one of them like dissipate though?
Of the of these cuties?
Oh, none of those. Yeah.
I mean, we certainly could try dragging one in.
I mean, if we just like pick it up and flop it into my pants. They're dead, right? So like, technically.
Yep, they are objects now. Yep.
there's treasure at the bottom of this thing?
A little bit.
There's-
Yeah, there's a smattering of coins and gems
What
mixed
if
into
this
the
one
mud.
doesn't require blood?
I'm gonna go in my pants and I'm gonna
Well,
grab
not.
grab a cask of ale and I want to put it in her palm.
Okay. How are you getting up there to put it in her palm? This is a 50-foot high statue.
Oh.
Yeah. So kind of a side dissection of the room. You got this situation here, and then it kind of drops like this, right? And then you got the statue on these, squid legs or whatever. That she's standing like this. She got her hand out like that over the well. And then you got the walls kind of coming up, and then doing that sort of thing.
Mr. Thogrum, what if we
And then
gave
this right here is Thogrum. Here we go.
Yeah, Mr. Thogrum, what if we gave her Buddy and see what happens?
I mean, I'm down to try anything at this point. Side note, I might be able to, if we think like giving her some old blood might work, I might be able to. Could I use creation to make blood?
To make blood. Let me see.
I can cast fly on you, Thogger.
Float up. Sorry.
Land in her hand.
Okay. As Katyaru, compelled by your force of will, lands in the outstretched stone hand, there is a sudden explosion of dust as the clawed hand curls up into a fist. Katyaru normally dies quick, but in this instance, it is a long and excruciating process.
Oh no.
Like a tube of toothpaste manhandled by a crazed toddler, stuff comes out of both ends. Fast at first and then slow. Katyaru looks at you, its eye dangling from the socket, letting out one sad meow as it turns into the essence of magic and disappears. The room shakes violently, and the hand opens again expectantly.
What if I polymorph into something really big? And then let it siphon off the extra hit points.
Oh my gosh. Classic IT ticket. Classic IT ticket. That's why I stopped prank warring my daughter, because her number one is to tape the optical mouse. And despite years of taped optical mice, I always fall for it. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was back there. I accidentally unplugged my Ethernet cable as well, so everything died. Now I'm back. So, we're trying to get something in this hand. It just ate Yaru's essence, but it's not unsatisfied.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it wants something either recently dead or alive.
Oh. Recently dead. We killed those things. Do we want to... That's really heavy, though.
Something might already be eating them. I mean,
Oh yeah, someone
We've been away for a
came
while.
along and grabbed him.
Now,
I'll speak word of
Illyria, as a ranger who has some Underdark specialization, right? You got the deep speech, you got the mushrooms. We still don't know for sure about the Illithid exchange student program. You do know that a complex like this would have plenty of ambient life abound if you were willing to look for it. There are rivers, there are, hidey holes. I don't know if you wanted to, but you could try to coax out living creatures.
Oh, but I would feel so bad.
But I'm just throwing out some options here. Based on the strength of that grip, it seems like it would hurt really bad, but somebody could just try and let it squeeze them. See what happens.
I don't want to jump. The squishinator. I bled into the thing.
Thogrum, stone cunning, stone statue. In your professional opinion, whatever is placed in that stone hand will not be very usable afterwards.
Does it look like some of the coinage and stuff below has been squished or anything like that?
I mean, you could, if you get up on it, start searching in the pit. Yeah, you could get a better idea. Does anybody go into the pit?
I'll walk down.
Okay.
How deep are each of the rungs, like in the...
It's a little bit about a 5-foot drop or so.
I'll start walking that way then to kind of take a look as well.
Yeah, the scattering of coins here, it reminds you very much of just the same kind of offerings you would see to like Umberly, right? If they set up a seaside statue of her, like people would throw money into the nearby waves or tide pools kind of deal. It just has that sort of offering feel to it. None of them look damaged. Some of them do seem to have like a caked substance on it that is not soil. It might be blood. As you are near the soil, kind of looking at the coinage, every now and again, the mud seems to ripple, as though something dwells just beneath the surface.
I guess this is a good time to use X-ray eyes.
Okay.
All right, I'll turn on X-ray eyes overlaid with the filter of the magic eyes. Hopefully, I see something useful.
Okay. Do you want me to describe it to you in private chat?
Sure.
Okay. I want to spare everybody else.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could maybe take an hour and find something to kill and bring it back. I know you probably don't think that's a good idea, Illyria, but what if we found just like a really mean crab who deserved it, you know? We bring back the giant crab and put it in the thing.
Can we like cut off a portion of the things that we killed?
I don't know. It seems like
I mean, we could just load them in my. I'll load one in my pants. Bring it over here. Unload it.
I really want there to be crabs in Thogram's pants now, by the way.
There's gotta be cave crabs around here somewhere.
well, he was saying there was the way that Turi and Nick left before.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Slowly
rolling.
backing away
He's
from
gonna make a wicked intelligence
Pharaohs.
saving throw right now.
Oh yeah, yep. Bye, Pharaohs.
Hello, Terry.
I know you guys might want to come in here actually, like, because.
Oh, in
Watch
case
out.
the door locks or something?
Yeah.
I feel like
And
this room
we
could
get
be
flushed
very.
down the drain.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I do think our easiest option is going to be killing something else, unfortunately.
Portal under the floor. I think I wouldn't go under there.
I mean, that sounds about right, because what did she say? The way will precipitate, so this thing has to get emptied, right?
You have a star thing hammer, right? You tried like it seems all space themed. Your hammer's all space themed. The portal's all space themed.
What are you talking about?
Your new
He's gonna
hammer.
kind of like hug his hammer.
Yeah.
So what are you getting at?
No, I don't know what I'm getting. Saying it's like there's a space. Stumped, but yeah, don't go under the floor. You might wait.
But
Spen-
Mr. Pharaohs, you still think we
Spencer
need to
looks
open
at
it?
Nikolai and then slowly begins to move back towards Illyria. Just in case.
Uh-oh. I moved towards Spencer.
Oh God, he.
No, no, I'm
that's,
kidding, I'm kidding.
Okay, I was just saying, because a little panic talk at that point.
So we activate this thing. Something happens. We have to fight the Guardian, right? For the vault. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, that's
What?
my guess too.
Well, I say we go get something. Or maybe one of those things we killed earlier, and we throw it in me pants or something, and drag it over here, and figure out some way to get it up there.
I
Yeah.
will try
let's
to
do it.
track something if we need to do that.
Try throwing your hammer right at the floor and calling it back. I want to see something.
Okay, I don't want to be anywhere near what's going on now.
You want me to do what?
Throw your hammer through the floor.
But
Through
then-
what? Through what floor?
Through the floor.
Thogram's gonna throw the hammer straight down.
Oh
Underneath him.
no. Oh, like at your feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So you know,
All
let
right,
it drop to the
it-
floor.
It smashes. Yeah, it smashes into the stone, leaves behind some frost, some rime there, like the rime of the Frost Maiden. If you're interested in another adventure that's coming up, it just came out last week, Wizards of the Coast, and everybody's not very happy with it. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to mention that part.
Oh, man.
It disappears in stars and snow, and then reappears in your hand.
That floor.
So cool.
You know, I just got this thing. I don't know if I'm really that comfortable with throwing it into the abyss. Maybe we try something else.
Well, why don't we just go carve off some hunks of clown worm or whatever they are.
Yeah, that's good. We could put one of their hearts in her hand. And whenever I think about crushing something, I think about hearts first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'm
All right, it's a plan.
gonna look at my hammer and I'm gonna cross my eyes like and cut them really low at Pharaoh's.
All right. If you hero stack, we'll say right about here, I will fast travel you back to the chamber. Okay, let's see.
Oh.
All right. Everybody is hero stacked? Yay, nay?
Pharaoh's, get over here.
Okay.
Nope. Nope. Where are you
No.
going?
That-
There you
this-
go.
Yeah. I thought you guys had gotten like one of those toddler leash things. Is that? Did you not have time to pick that up? All right. And delete. And we'll put you back over here. All right. You can see the very good job that Thogrum did of blocking up this passageway. Or I guess Thogrum was meditating and attuning.
Yeah.
So you see the all right job that everybody else did. If you were to check the Yelp review online, there is a TF who said that this was a pretty slipshod job. Not sure who that individual is, but 1 star was all they gave the effort for blocking this up.
So it's
All right.
it's funny you mentioned that. I just put a review on Yahoo or on Google because we got McDonald's the other day, and out of the 3 cheeseburgers, one of them no meat.
Wow. Okay. I'm surprised they haven't thought to do that yet and market it for kids as like a grilled cheese burger.
You can order it off menu.
Oh.
Yeah.
As a
Dang.
person who worked at McDonald's, I can attest that we, in fact,
Ow.
sell them.
I want to say I have solidarity, but I don't know if I earned it. I only lasted a week, so
I think Greg
Yeah.
lasted a day. I think he's got
I lasted like 3 months, and then I got fired for telling a customer to fuck off.
nice.
So, yeah.
That was me 7 days in. So I made it to my first paycheck. I needed the money for the first paycheck, and then I left. So, but anyways, all right. You open the door.
Yeah.
Okay. As you open the door, you hear the snarfing of something chowing
Oh
down.
boy.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Fuck that.
All right. It seems to be just.
no.
It seems to be distracted. It's
Do I know what that is?
Yeah.
Well, it is a worm. It is colored purple, and it is near the Underdark. So it could be a number of things, but you are pretty confident it is one of the legendary purple worms of a
Close it
quite a size. It is distracted though. There is right by the door. Right by the door. It's just kind of snarfing away. I mean, it doesn't have any eyes. Look at it. It's blind.
You guys owe
No.
me spell
No,
slot.
not you.
And
Not you.
I'll-
Not you.
I'll see. Okay, if I could quickly
Ooh, wait.
Just-
Can
there's
teleport
no
there
way.
and back.
wait.
I could teleport
let me-
there and back. It's
What?
fine, right?
Let me go
Let's
with
learn out how
you
the spell
so
works.
I can help you remove the heart. At the very least.
Yeah, and if
Okay.
it gets crazy, if it turns towards you, just bamf out, right?
Skull, that thing's even bigger than you.
Yeah.
I don't have a good feeling with this.
I don't think this is working. Let's go find
I'll-
a crab that
I'll
deserves
track
it.
something else. I'll track something else. Just close
Yeah.
it. Close it.
Yeah.
Close it.
If it doesn't have eyes, it probably has other ways of sensing us.
But
Mhm.
Nikolai and I could use our magic, and we'll hold it off while you get the heart.
Lad, no.
We need that magic for other things.
Yeah, no. Let's.
Alright, As you watch, it
Close it.
it finishes swallowing the creature, and it burrows down into the ground. The water kind of starts going down the hole after it until it sort of begins to pool back up as though it closed the entrance behind it.
Oh.
Oh
There we
gosh,
go.
I'm very frightened that it's gonna come up from underneath another one.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
us.
But if we're
Alright,
quick.
Illyria,
Okay, okay,
we'll
okay,
teleport out. It'll be
okay,
fine.
okay, okay. All right.
Just left a little dirt hole behind, like Bugs Bunny does.
Alright, just gonna mash out these skill checks.
Survival.
Yeah, survival would work. Handle animal would work. We're trying real hard at skills incorporated to
31.
expand.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay. You go up. You give it a swift kick. It rolls over. Bang. There's a sound of gas kind of expulted. Kind of out the back. You take your knife, whoosh, right down the chest. Pharaohs, you grab both sides of it, break the ribs open, such as they are. They seem to be some sort of semi-transparent rubbery substance. There inside, you see a sickly greenish-white blob that must be its heart. You grab it?
Yeah.
All right. And then you guys get the hell out of there. The floor beneath you begins to...
Oh yeah.
All right, and you guys begin closing it back up. All right.
I don't think closing it up would matter. Let's go.
Okay. If you guys stack yourselves right here, I could fast travel you back to the room.
See, nobody dying.
All right. On the other side of the wall, you hear the snapping of sinew and muscle and the happy chomping of mandibles. All right.
Oh, I hate this place. Oh.
All right. I'll get you your anatomically correct heart. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. That's what they look like. Or right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Here you go. This is for you, Pharaohs.
All right, put the heart in the thing. There.
Okay.
They,
How are you getting it up there?
I
How much-
levitate.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I have free levitate.
Okay. As you place the heart in the hand, it begins to beat once again, and you see a sickly, kind of turquoise-colored blood begin to spray out of the thing. The fist closes. There is a horrible mashing sound, and it is mashed up but good. The liquefied flesh of the heart mingles with the blood and slowly drips between the closed digits. A difficult task since they are webbed. And eventually the trickle hits the earth below, and it begins to bubble and boil as if it is hot tar. You see tentacles begin to rise up out of the soil.
Oh, so it's friendly.
You feel time begin to slow down.
Oh.
And Illyria's take it back to her college days in Deep Beach.
Oh,
No.
this is what Dad warned you about.
It's my awkward high school phase.
Like my token.
All right. Let's roll a couple of things into initiative here.
Did you say a couple? You mean
Yeah.
one?
Oh, right. Well, by a couple, I gotta roll our boy in even Fang. All right, let's see. That would be there. This would be squished. There we go. And there we go. All right. Let's see. Get some music. All right. Everybody got rolled into initiative?
Think so.
Okay. All right. Nikolai Constantine, third of his name, first in initiative. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
Also worth mentioning that the door slides shut.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna at least get things started off. I'm gonna cast. Oh, was someone gonna say something?
No?
Okay, sorry, I thought I heard something. We'll just start it off the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
With the lightning bolt, and I'll do that at 4th level.
Okay. Straight into these things.
Straight into that thing, yeah. Let's see
Okay.
what happens.
All right.
It didn't work. Let me do it again.
Sure.
It still didn't work. Huh.
That is weird.
Like a Bowser.
I can just do it manually for now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing lightning bolt on your sheet.
Yeah, and it's worked before.
Yeah, it's not working either. Sometimes with this, if there's a weird update, you could remove the spell and then drag it back on, and that'll fix it. Let me see. That's a real pain for a high-level wizard to have to do that, but let me just test to see if that works real quick. Before we get all the way into this. Wow, it's not even adding lightning bolt back onto your sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's 96, I think, right at 4th level. Never got off.
Yes. Huh. That is really weird. Alright, I'll have to look into what happened to your sheet.
Okay.
Okay. As you blast it, it sort of recoils, sort of instinctively. Some of them are blasted away, and as they just sort of turn into the stuff of magic. You see more begin to rise up out of the boiling soil.
Excellent. And then I'm going to move just in case it has any area of attack spells. Probably doesn't, but...
Okay.
Yeah, I'll move a little bit further away from the spell.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Let's see. That brings us to Tari.
Okay. I really wish I hadn't rolled a 21 on this initiative order, but that's fine. I guess I will cast Wall of... I will hold Wall of Fire until... No, I'll just do it. I'll just cast Wall of Fire around the thing. Like on the whatever the ground is that I can see around them, and we'll have octopus. I know it's supposed to be like a slow boil for octopus, but we don't have that kind of time, so
all right. So you're gonna do the microwave ring? Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. All right. That look good?
Yeah, looks great.
All right. Yeah, they begin to kind of curl up as you are kind of burning them. Let's see. And are you able to cast spells off your sheet? This is a great question.
And by the way, I think
I don't
fixed
have
the
it on my
crash.
sheet because it's
Oh, okay.
on the lyre, and I didn't know how to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could just add it to your... Hey, it's working now. What happened?
I just reloaded my character sheet.
Oh, okay.
I made it up.
Let's see. We'll just add a wall of fire on there. Maybe? Huh. Okay. Or not. Alright, so with wall of fire, I'll just keep it open in a fresh tab. Go ahead and give me 5d8 fire damage.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, rather than
Strictly average.
yeah.
Could not be more average.
Anything else on your turn? You are now concentrating on wall of fire.
I will. Move. I'll move there.
Okay. As this thing, as its turn comes up, I'm gonna say, trapped inside this wall of fire, it is not going to act as a layer action. It is going to be too busy and contained by the wall of fire. So that was well played. But you guys, between you and Nick, you guys are realizing this is more of an ongoing spell effect of the room and not the actual threat. Well, I mean, it's a threat, but it's not the primary threat. But you have essentially penned it in. Thogrum, to you.
I'm going to back up 5 feet. I'm going to reach over towards Illyria, and I'm going to cast Holy Weapon.
Okay.
For my bonus action. And then for my action, I'm gonna heave the old striker at it.
Okay.
$18.
I would say 18 hits it. It's a giant mass of tentacles. There is a burst of magical stars and snow as it reappears in your hand. At this point, it recoils from the blow and then is kept even further penned by the fire.
Oh, plus an additional 4 fire damage, if that matters.
All right. Well done. Okay. Anything else from Thogrum?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Let's see. Alrighty. There is the sort of rending sound. Pharos, you remember it from your demon summoning days. You see a rift open up, and a medium-sized ball of muscle, flesh, and teeth appears. It has 3 arms, 3 legs, and 3 eyeballs. You recognize it right away as one of the first demons you ever summoned. A maw demon. They are renowned for their hunger. The little guy sees you and begins to go after you. It is not too much to write home about, but it does kind of head on over. Get in the mix. It wants to be as close to as many people as possible. And is going to try and bite Pharos. Go. A 12 does not hit. If this is the hunger you had to deal with, no problem. You see another tear in reality appear. As another one pops in. This one appears behind Skull and tries to bite him. 20 for 12. I don't think that hits.
It does.
Oh, okay. Then it takes a big old chunk out of your thigh as it starts trying to gnaw you up. All right.
I get 10 HP.
Nikolai, you recognize the rending of reality and see one pop in, and it sort of rolls / clambers over to you, and it tries to bite you. 23 for 12.
I'll take it.
Okay. Take 12 points of damage. You haven't taken a long rest, so you should still at least have those 15 temp HP. If nothing else.
Exactly.
All right. Skull, to you.
Alright, so this thing appeared out of midair, chomped down on me. Did the statue change at all?
Nope. It's got its fist closed. More of that ooze is just dripping down.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'll just deal with the threat currently next to me, so I'll attack it once. Sword around.
All right. 21 definitely hits. Looks like these creatures are immune to poison, resistant to cold fire and lightning. Okay.
Do another swing on it, I guess.
Yep. Sorry. The damage from that would be 15 plus another 3. It looks like, and the poison's kept separately. So it is bloodied by that first attack, but still going.
Okay. And roughly how big is it? Is it like a?
It is a medium-sized creature. It is the size of them green trash cans that they give you nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the size of that.
Okay. Here's the idea. Can I use my second attack to try and grapple it?
If you want.
And after that, could I throw it into this thing?
Sure. Alright, it is going to try and resist you. I don't know why it's going to try. But hey, there's a chance. It's got a chance. It's got a chance. Here we go.
Oh,
holy shit!
Oh my gosh.
As you look over, Skull, you can see Eben Fang's mouth hanging open. He can't believe what he just saw. It's impossible. He realizes now that you are all going to die. His morale is destroyed. As this creature reaches out with its third arm and pulls your arm off of it.
Alright, that'll be my turn then.
Okay. Spencer.
Okay, Spencer will run towards the one that's next to Skull, and he will maul it 2 times.
You maul the hell out of it. All right, and you are a magical beast now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You grab it and you give it a good hearty shake. And as you do, the creature just turns into rotten meat and just sort of slops to the ground. It tastes bad.
Okay. That will be Spencer's turn.
All right. So there is a distortion suddenly as you guys watch the creature that is dead bite Skull in the thigh again. Skull hits it again, tries to grab at it again. Spencer runs over again, shakes it and kills it again. It was very weird. A very weird sort of skip in time. As you sort of like tilt your head wondering what exactly it is that you saw, go ahead Tari and give me another 5d8 fire damage, because something is coming through. Alright, let's see. Wall of fire, when you first go into it, make a dexterity saving throw. Alright, this thing's terrible at dexterity saving throws. Yep, so it takes the... Oh. Alright. The creature emerges from the ring of fire. It does not seem to be bothered by the fire at all. The creature is hideous to behold. Some sort of multi-limbed slug with a yawning lamprey-like orifice, out of which are coming innumerable tentacles, each of which ends in a mouth similar to the mouth that is spawning them. A secondary mouth is near the top, and each of the tentacles coming out of that mouth is tipped with a curious eyeball. Alright. Let's see. The creature is possessed of an otherworldly intellect. And as it sort of looks around the room, its swarm of tentacles settles, the tentacle eyeballs, settles on Tari. And the creature begins moving towards her with a speed that is quite unusual for such a large and awkward creature. It is almost as if it slows everyone else down to speed itself up as it bursts forth from the wall of fire to attack. As it does barrel down on you, you hear the bloop, bloop, bloop of its legendary action points filling up. Tari, it is, as it closes on you, you see the eyes that were looking at you. Let's see. I guess it would be as it bursts forth. Yeah. They fire lasers at you. So here comes that.
At least I'm gonna die really cool.
Say that.
Alright, that's a 33 for 26 points of necrotic damage. Please make a Constitution saving throw. Alright, Tari disintegrates into a cloud of mist.
What?
Yeah, it's a beautiful swirling galaxy of stardust where Tari used to be. The creature then continues barreling forward, but this time towards Nikolai, ending its herd in his space. It raises up its crushing claws and brings them down. 21?
I'm gonna use shield on that one.
Okay, fair enough. It is already committed. So it then raises up and brings its lower half of its body down on you, trying to stomp you with the lower half of its body. Let's see what happens there. Here we go.
That'll hit.
Okay. 26 points of bludgeoning damage as it brings its bulk down on top of you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yep, fine. Let's see.
Oh. A 16 is enough. For a moment, you felt almost like you were about to be teleported. But you were not. The creature ends its turn. Alright. As it does, there is another tearing of reality. And another one of those hideous Crashgem creatures appears. And it begins to make its way over towards you, Pharos. and it's just going to try and bite you. All right. Wow. Okay. Nat 20 for 21 points of piercing damage. All right. I don't have a swirling cloud of stardust. I'm just gonna make you purple for now. Oh, Tari, can you join me in secret chat? Actually. Sorry.
Yes, I can.
All right.
So, what do you guys think we need to do?
I have no idea. Just
What
get teleported.
Did anyone remember what happened when that time stuff happened? I wasn't paying attention.
It like replayed what happened with like you hitting the little
But
dude
when
and
did
then
that happen? What triggered
Right.
that?
I don't think we know.
Yeah, it was like right before this thing ported in.
I mean, I like your question about the statue skull. I was thinking like that's causing our problems, but I don't know how we
I don't
destroy
think
it.
I think it's already done its thing. There's just so much information so fast. I have no idea.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
What I thought it'd be cool if time reverses itself, maybe I can push Tari out of the ray before the ray hits her again. If like time resets again, I don't know. I think that'd be cool, but I don't think that's what's happening.
That'd be
Also, disintegration shit is usually dex save, so making it a con save is really mean. Just gonna put that out there.
cool. It's not like
Because no one ever
I don't-
has con saves. So.
I don't think she's dead though, right? Maybe it just...
No, probably not. There's some other mechanic at play here.
Yeah.
Also, these mod demons are rolling really well for having a +4 to hit, and
Okay. Even Fang is up. Even Fang is going to. Wow. He's gonna risk an attack to fly over here because he wants to shoot acid at both of these guys. Yeah, that seems like it. All right, here we go. He is missed, and he will drop. Nope. Oh no! I gotta move this wall of fire real quick, because... Oh wait, I can move it to the back. There we go. Alright. There we go. Alright, so he breathes at those creatures. They have to make dex saves. 1, 2... They fail. Yep. No, one actually passes. Okay. So one of them is bloodied, and one of them is not. They do take full damage from acid. Alright, and that will be his turn. Pharaohs, before you have a chance to act, the creature is going to use one of its legendary actions, and it is going to use a claw attack on, I guess, Nikolai. Yeah, here we go. There it goes.
That hits.
All right. And that is the turn. Pharaohs, you're up.
All right. I guess I'll upcast banishment at this guy.
Pipe. Okay. At this big creature, or
Well,
is your
I'm
upcast?
casting- Yeah, I can do both.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. So you're doing the tentacle swarm in the center, and then this guy. Correct?
Yes.
All right. Tentacle swarm in the center fails and is dispersed. All right, this guy, charisma saving throw. Let's see what happens. 20.
Yeah, it's passive.
Okay.
And that's it. All my turn.
All right. Are you gonna continue to concentrate then on the first or on
So
the tentacle swarm?
do I feel like it's like been sealed in like the other dimension, or?
Concentration has to be maintained for the full 10 rounds to permanently banish an outsider back to where it came with a banishment spell.
Okay.
So if the spell ends before the minute passes, it reappears.
But yeah, I do intend to like concentrate on it.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. This creature will continue trying to ravage whoever's closest to it, which I guess is Nikolai. So, second legendary action to just continue mauling attacks. 29 for 19 bludgeoning and 9
That'll
necrotic. All right. Illyria, to you.
Gotta just look to where Tari was and take aim at the thing that took them out.
I don't want to get.
You are in melee, so any ranged attacks will be disadvantage.
I have crossbow expert.
Oh, right. My bad. Yep. Then you're good to go.
Crash select and also banned.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah,
they did.
I saw all the bands. I was like, Illyria would not exist. I'm gonna mark prey. That thing
All right.
and take 2 shots at it. If it goes,
Oh.
I pushed it, but it didn't.
Yeah, there's some delay. This creature's been rolling and it's taking like time for it to show up. There we go. 24 most assuredly hits. Let's see what kind of damage we're dealing with. Holy damage and piercing magical damage. It takes full damage from those. Nice. All right. All right. 2 solid hits from the creature. It looks over at you, and it just sort of lets out a horrible, hungry scream from its many mouths at the end of its long tentacles. It seems to no longer care about Nikolai at all. All right.
Okay. I'm going to move right behind Thogrum.
Okay. Fair enough. There is a rending sound as reality once again is punctured. Another creature appears. It comes running up to skull. Here we go. That does not hit. All right, and one more, sweetie. This one appears here, and it's trying to go for Thagrum. All right, and it misses. As that creature's turn ends, there is a sudden shift. Nikolai, it is, from your best guess, casting some sort of spell with this legendary action?
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Okay.
All counter-spelled at level 4.
Oh, all right. Whatever it was attempting to do has failed. That is its third legendary action. Nikolai, to you.
Let's see. It's kind of feeling like Ninja Warrior time for Nikolai.
Okay.
So I think he's going to cast Steel Wind Strike. Yep. I'll post it. I'll try and post it. Anyway, so let me do it all again.
I can look it up real quick. It's fine.
It posted.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah, 26 for 32.
I see it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no, but I wanted to post
I think it needs a description.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you flourish the weapon, blah, blah, blah. Choose 5 creatures within the range being 30 feet. Make a melee attack against each target. On a hit, a target takes 6d10 force damage. All right.
So what I had was, can I move in this creature's space?
Yes, it is a huge creature, so you can move, just treat it as difficult terrain.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Mm-hmm.
And then, where's my ruler? There we go. Yeah, okay. So, now I'll actually roll the damage. The first one I'm going to go after is this tiny little guy right next to the big creature.
Okay.
So
that would be the 26 for 32, right? Does that work?
Sure.
Okay. It is dead.
Next one will be this guy.
All right.
So that was 17.
That
31.
one is alive, but barely. Probably chopped off an arm, maybe an eye stalk. It's bleeding out real bad.
All right. I'll next go for this one between Thagrum and Pharaoh.
Okay.
So there's that.
That one is completely destroyed.
I'm now going to try and hit this big guy, or lady,
Okay.
or whatever they are. 21 for 47.
Let me check. Yeah, that is going to hit.
And then I don't want to be next to it next turn, at least for a little while. And so I'll go after this guy right here between Ethan Fang and Pharaohs. Wow. It's dead.
Yeah, it's just vaporized. It's just vaporized.
And then I'll show up right here. And that'll be my turn.
And that will be your turn. Intense. Okay. That brings us to Tari. You understand the situation of your condition, so you could move if you'd like. Otherwise, we could just head to the end of the turn.
I have a question.
Sure.
Can I, since I am like a gaseous cloud, can I shape myself into different shapes as long as we're sort of like all interconnected?
Yeah, sure. You could try to do that. I'd say it'd probably be a performance with disadvantage because you're in a weird new body situation. Also, you're in the process of disintegrating, so yeah. All right, so this is like some Charlotte's Web shit right now. You get one word to sell this pig.
It says guidance.
Guidance. Okay. I don't know if that was the one you were after, actually. But go ahead and make that saving throw. Oof. All right.
I will.
You might as well.
Eventually. Yep. Okay.
Okay. So you continue falling apart, taking 28 more necrotic damage. All right. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save, DC 14, to maintain concentration on the wall of fire, unless you don't want that anymore. It's up to you.
DC 14. Con save. Nope. I do
right.
have advantage on con saves, so it stays up.
Oh, yeah, yep. So that stays going. All right. This thing has been banished to another place. Thogrum. To you.
Well, let me look. Quick. I'm gonna chuck my hammer at this thing.
This big thing, right?
No, the little guy next to Pharaoh. Sorry.
Oh, this guy right here? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 15 is definitely going to hit.
Okay. So 8 plus 1 plus an additional 7 fire.
All right. It is resistant to cold and fire, but it does take damage from it, and it is bloodied.
Then I will stay right here. I can't do anything else.
Okay. All right. Let's see. This maw demon is still alive. It will. Yeah, it will just turn around and attack Nikolai. So here we go. 18 does not hit.
Correct.
All right, this one is dead. This one is dead. Skull, to you.
Okay. A lot. So, Sparkle Cloud Tree wrote out the word guidance, or said guidance, or?
You saw the glittering stars very briefly flash guidance at you.
I don't know what that means. So I guess I'll just try and take out this guy next to me first off.
Okay.
One tag.
Okay, it's completely obliterated.
Okay. And then with the other one, I'll kind of step in front this way, and I'll pull out the Javelin of Lightning. I'll do a little twirl, and I'll throw the javelin at this thing.
Okay.
Saying the command word. Did click it.
I believe you. Alright. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a dexterity saving throw, taking 17 lightning damage, and half a special on a success. Lightning bolt turns back into a javelin when it reaches the target. Alright. Okay. As it strikes the creature, you see what lightning was there fizzles out, as though this creature is completely immune to lightning. That would make it immune to fire and lightning by your reckoning.
Good to know. I do want to make this a menacing attack, though, just to try all the options.
This creature is immune to being frightened.
It was a matter of time.
Mm.
But it still takes 3 extra damage.
I don't know why. But this creature is immune to being frightened. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Movement. Well, since no one's immune to be frightened, I will just bonus action. I'll do the old classic. I'll spit acid at it.
Okay.
A while. But then...
All right. As you spit acid at it, the creature attempts to get out of the way. It's pretty bulky. It makes the save, but it does actually take acid damage.
Alright, let's get test around, and then yeah, we'll just kind of... I'll stand here. Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Okay. That brings us to Spencer.
Alright, Spencer is gonna like kind of springboard off of the wall and start running this way and charge that little guy.
Fair enough. 14 hits.
Okay.
And it's got to make a strength save. Okay. It is going to survive the damage, so it will have to make a strength save. It fails and is knocked prone.
And then he will maul it, just like bringing up both of his
All right, do it.
feet
This is
and
at advantage.
smash it. There it goes.
It is smashed. All right. You guys have taken out all the ads. And the layer action. Nice. Anything else from Spencer?
No, that'll be his turn.
Okay. As the creature's turn comes up, there is the bloop, bloop, bloop of its legendary action points refilling. Oh, nice. Begins casting a spell.
I'll bite. I'll do it at level 4.
Okay. Whatever spell it's going to cast, it did not cast. So there goes its bonus action. It does not get back its disintegrating lasers, which is very sad. And then the creature just sort of launches itself forward at surprising speed, barreling into and over Skull in a mad rush to get at Illyria Payne, who has hurt it so much. All right, as it rolls up onto the scene, it is going to use its crushing jaws. Or sorry, crushing claws. Yeah. I don't know if an 18 hits or not.
Yep.
Okay, so 12 bludgeoning, 21 necrotic. I don't know if you're concentrating on anything or not. If you are, it's half of 33, so rounding down to be, I want to say, 16. For the concentration check. And then it will raise up its body and bring it down in a smash. All right, that is enough to maintain concentration. Here comes the stomp. 21.
Yep.
All right, so go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oof. That is just enough. You felt yourself start to disappear, but were able to maintain. You need to make a Constitution saving throw for the second set of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that will end its turn. All right. Damn. Some good saving throws. All right. Vutha Jesk is going to try to get back his breath weapon. He does. He's gonna shimmy over to the side. He's gonna do just what Skull did and breathe acid at it. The creature will try and make its dex save. It does, but it does take some damage from it. Alright. And then, not sure what the creature's reach is. He is just going to go back to where he is using Hobgoblin Shield. Alright. Pharos, before you could go, the creature's going to use a legendary action. It's going to raise up its crushing claws again and bring them down on Illyria. An 18 for 26 bludgeoning and 8 necrotic. That would be another concentration check. Absolutely incredible. Pharos, to you.
All right. So how much longer do you need to hold? So I need to do 6 rounds of me holding on to this.
It's like 8
Alright.
more rounds.
Unless we're playing in like a different game than 5e.
No, I forgot what you meant. Like when you said 10 rounds, I didn't know.
10, yeah. You in a 5e in 6 years, I think I've seen three fights go 10 rounds. So, yeah.
I was going to play keep away and throw some.
Oh, all right. As you begin to move away, its tote's going to use an opportunity attack on you. All right. Since you left its 5-foot reach, it's going to use its stomp on you. 30.
Yeah.
All right. You take 28 bludgeoning damage. You need to make a DC 14 concentration check. And then a DC 15 dexterity check.
I'll use my inspiration.
On which one?
The Constitution.
Okay. Alright, you managed to maintain your concentration. Give me a dexterity saving throw. Alright. As it hits you, you disappear.
Where do I...
You splash down in some water in a very familiar chamber.
Oh no.
Alright, you may continue with the rest of your movement and turn.
Here.
I should mention that the room is actually missing the rest of these bodies now. There we go.
I can't cast another spell while I'm concentrating.
You can't cast another concentration spell, or the first concentration will end.
Can I dimension door myself to back where I was? Like if I knew where I came from. If I was...
I mean, it's super meta right now, so I would probably have you do a caster check. You know, to see if your knowledge of magic is good enough to kind of put all that together. Keep in mind, you have gone up and down stairs and levels and things like that, so perfectly calculating where you are would be... I mean, you know the general direction, so that's why I would allow a check to see if you could... Alright, you are pretty confident about where you need to go. Okay, so you disappear, and then reappear in the room. So, what's happening here? My Roll20 is acting very strange.
Yeah, the turn order disappeared too. I just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my anxiety's
Alright.
spiking.
Okay, I'm gonna have to refresh, I think, because it's like skewed now, like off to the side of. It's like 1 inch to the side. I can't reach any of the tools. Okay, now it's snapping back into position. Cool.
You didn't need these tools.
It's just a side effect of the dimensional shifting temporal powers of this creature. It's totally expected. Alright. Oh man, I wanted to see Pharaoh's solo purple worm. Gosh.
Oh, that's where you went?
Oh. Alright. Maybe on my birthday. Okay, so you disappear and reappear. Go ahead and roll a d10 for me so we can kind of figure out where in the room you would reappear. Your goal is to not get a 9 or a 10, because that means you perfectly centered yourself in the room and microwaved yourself in Therese' oven.
Oh.
Alright. Oh, alright. You teleport back into the room. Success. I would say a 10. That's dope enough that you actually appear on her hand up in the ceiling above the wall of fire. That's pretty dope. Alright. So you watch as he disappears. A few seconds pass, and then he appears up on the hand. Striking a pose, I would imagine.
Yeah, he appears in the like shadow cloak that like kind of like an orb of like shadowy darkness. Wait, yeah.
Nice. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Okay. The creature looks up at you and it nods a couple of tentacles, like, all right, that was pretty dope.
Got ourselves a gamer here.
Yeah. Wow. There's a couple of its extra hands. Just do like a slight golf clap. As your turn ends, it turns its attention back to the source of absolute agony and pain. The living cannon of destruction. Illyria Payne. Her name whispered across the multiverse. It raises up its claws and brings them smashing down. It has to stop the hurting, and it misses. All right, that brings us to Illyria.
I'm just gonna be like hunched over, heavy breathing. Raise up my crossbow, bonus action hunter's mark on this thing, and take 2 shots at it.
All right.
Oh, and then hunters. And then a second shot.
All right.
And then
With its weird alien anatomy, it is hard to tell what is coming or going, but you feel confidence that you are dealing a shitload of damage to it.
I am going to run away.
Okay, it has already used its reaction on Pharaoh, so it cannot do that. All right, so you rush away. Got it. You do like a wall run with your.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, right here. So yeah. Just kind of grab onto some of my wounds and like look up at it.
Skull, you might be onto something. This could be the guardian that they were talking about by the fountain.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Just give it like a general consensus.
All right. These guys have been shredded. All right. Nikolai Constantine, third of his name. You have a galaxy swirling around over here. You got a horrible manifested hunger over here. What are you gonna do?
Would the galaxy potentially count as a creature?
It would.
I'm gonna polymorph the creature then.
Interesting. Okay. What do you polymorph it into?
I'll polymorph it I don't know.
It's
Can I polymorph it into Turi?
has to be a beast. I feel like that's kind of rude. It's kind of rude to call her a beast.
Let's go. Let's see. Things with just in case she has to keep making. I'll say it's
yeah, something with a lot of hit points. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
T-Rex.
that works. Okay. All right. Let's bring this bad boy out. I just love it because he looks like he's on the cover of a 1980s Trapper Keeper. You turn her into a very big, roughly Tyrannosaurus Rex shaped cloud of stars.
I'm also then going to try and move. So
right.
5, 10, 15, 20. Move around that corner, 25, 30.
Okay. Let me give you access to your new cloud dino body. That buys you a hell of a lot of rounds to try to turn back to normal. All right. Anything else from Nick?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Turi, the galaxy dinosaur. What would you like to do?
I'll take a con saving throw for 20.
Okay,
Alex.
sure. You could use your constitution or the dinosaurs. Oh,
Well,
okay.
it's
So the dinosaurs would be another 2.
4.
Yeah, so it
Right.
would have been.
All
All right, so your dino body
I
that you have
will.
been granted is going to take some damage. Also,
I'm
you
just
now
gonna-
have the mind of a dinosaur, but you still remember who your friends are.
Oh no, I made it.
Oh,
left.
good. Okay. All right, because it has an extra 2. All
First
right.
time ever.
Then, just ignore that tree on the ground there, and you turn into a regular 1980s Tyrannosaurus Rex. Hell yeah. Okay, and that would be the end of your turn. You made the save, but you have been saved. A combination of luck and dinosaur, which I think sums up a lot of 5e. Fantastic. Okay, that brings us to this thing that is still banished and would be coming back to a microwave oven anyways. And then I want to say Thogrum. Does the creature have a bonus action left? I think it only took 2. So, yeah, it's going to. It is going to start casting a spell. I think Nikolai has not refreshed his reaction yet. If I am...
That's correct, yeah.
Alright. Well, actually, you just had your turn, right? So you did refresh your action.
Yeah.
Do you want to stop it or no?
I'm having spell slot issues, so no.
Okay. So it disappears in a bamf of tentacles and spells, and it reappears on top of Illyria Payne. All right. For dramatic purposes, it will deliberately teleport itself above you so that it could drop on you in like a dramatic way. But given that you got pretty decent dexterity and all that jazz, it's one of those like you're in the middle of like wall running, it disappears and reappears and tries to like land on you. It like smashes the ground, shakes you off the wall, and now the two of you are kind of facing off there in the corner. Thogrum, to you.
Alright. I'm gonna run over 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And get in that thing after I like turn around and look and notice that Illyria is no longer behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of do one of those like, what the fuck? Oh. And then that thing bamps away from me. And I will... I will cast Mass Healing Word. Yeah, so at 4th level. So 10 hit points for Nick, Illyria, Pharos. Did Spencer get hit?
No, Spencer's good.
Hey
the kind of-
guys!
Yeah.
It's just the face it's making.
Skull, and then the dinosaur maybe. Basically everyone.
How
Okay.
much? 10? Cool.
Yeah. I was gonna cure Rune's Hilaria, but she's 5 feet out of range. And then I will make a melee swing at this thing.
Nice. Okay. That hits.
Plus. Sure.
All right. As you bring your hammer down, one of the, I don't know, weird spiny teats just kind of ruptures. Just a hideous, like, ochre-colored ooze just kind of out of the thing. You can see hundreds of tiny worms, like kind of squirming around in the pus as it hits the ground. And as you look at the different wounds that have been inflicted on the creature, that is what it seems to be bleeding. Your mind travels back, way back, to the island where you fought that giant crocodile. And you remember that it had the same situation going on. All right. Maybe if left unchecked, it could have grown up to be this Pokemon's and just completely decimated the swamps. Oh well. Do-gooders had to get in the way. All right. This ball demon is Dunsky's. Skull, to you.
All right. So I could do a bunch of damage to it, or I could do a cool thing, or try to do a cool thing. Possible to tell if it's bloody or not. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna start running up to it. I'm gonna reach into my bag. I'm gonna pull out a potion. I'm going to drink it, and then as my action, I'm going to plant my greatsword in the ground as I grow to a large size.
Oh, okay.
I come up behind it. I'm gonna use action surge. I'm gonna
Okay.
try and grab it from behind, pick it up, flip it over myself, and slam it down into the middle inside the ring of fire.
Wow.
Like a
Okay.
suplex.
All right. This thing does not go to the gym. It only has the muscles that carry its massive bulk around. So here we go. Give me that.
Battle.
Oh, yeah. In order to prevent the creature from embarrassing itself, it is not going to roll against the 32. So, you pick it up and you smash down over here.
How dare you hurt my friends? And as I'm gonna use my second attack to shove it prone while I'm grappling it.
Okay. Go for it.
Athletics would be advantage because of the strength
Despite
potion.
this creature's weird anatomy, it is not immune to being prone.
I was worried
All right.
about that. And
Yeah,
it
I was
being
checking. I was
grappled.
like, I mean, gibbering mouthers don't get prone. I was like, this thing is, all right.
And that's my full turn. I got nothing else.
Okay. Spencer. I mean, all you got to do is run through a wall of fire, and they tackle this horrible creature from beyond nightmares. Or you could do something else with your turn. I would probably not advise it. There is a wall of fire going here.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put Spencer will take a position in front
Okay.
of Illyria and he'll hold an attack if
Okay.
it comes out.
He's doing that guard dog pose.
Oh, it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up. All right. Spencer
I
ends
didn't
its
see his turn was next. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
go.
Okay. Many things happen. There's the bloops. Legendary action. It tries to recharge its disintegration laser beam, and it does.
Oh,
Yeah. Already at a disadvantage anyways. It is going to... Ooh. It is currently obscured from Nikolai by the wall of fire. So That's cool. All right. Once per round, this creature can use Misty Step as a bonus action. So it will Misty Step out of your grasp and back into a prone, or back out of a prone position.
Should have just attacked it. Did it take any fire damage at least?
It is immune to fire and lightning.
Oh, that's right.
As you, yeah. All right. As you go to maul it, Spencer, there is the squeaky toy noise. It raises up its claws, and it's going to bring them down on Illyria. 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Skull, it's going to look over at you and try to disintegrate you. It is in melee, so this is going to be at disadvantage. Maybe? And then while it's waiting for that to come online, it is going to try and stomp... let's see. Yeah, I think it's going to try to finish off Illyria. So here we go. Dimension Stomp. 16 does not hit. Oh my god. If it had hit, you would have been knocked unconscious. You would have failed your dexterity saving throw. It would have teleported you somewhere. No one would ever know where your body was.
Oh no!
Because that happened in the Sun game. And they never found them again. It was pretty horrible.
Does being enlarged increase your reach or no?
I don't think as it's written it does. Yeah.
But the 18 does miss me, thank goodness.
Okay. Oh wow, that critical disintegrate would have been pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That is the creature's turn. Alright. Futha Jesk is up. He did not get his breath weapon back. He does not want anything to happen to Illyria. He looks over at you, Skull, and he looks over at the creature, and he knows what he has to do. He's gonna no, he's not gonna grapple it. That'd be crazy. He will fly over in front of Spencer and Illyria, and he will try and I guess chomp this creature. Sure. Here we go. He's got a bite. Oh shit. All right. He does a good job, but it is not enough to get through the creature's defenses. All right. He as you shout that over at him, he like slaps himself in the head and begins to fumble around for it. His face blushing as he looks down at the purple post-it note that says "Wand of Magic Missiles, 7 charges."
Don't worry, I tried to grapple with him. I can teleport every turn.
Yeah, it's the heat of the moment. Everybody makes mistakes. As the turn ends, this creature, determined to finish what it started, is going. It is going to feed everyone within 30 feet of the manifested hunger. You are going to lose some hit points. You're going to lose 4 hit points. And everyone that is affected by this, it will gain temp HP from that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think, Pharos, this thing's 15 feet high. You're on her hand, so yeah, you're gonna be within reach. Dinosaur Tree, you are fine. Okay, so it does gain some temp HP to try and keep it going just a little bit longer. All right, Pharos, to you.
All right. I will use my pearl to gain a spell slot back.
Okay, that's your action. And then?
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck up on this thing right now.
Okay, fair.
You're like a cat stuck in a
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're about like 45 feet up. Yeah.
I'll stay. Yeah, I'll stay put.
Okay, ring of fire down below. Yeah. Okay. All right. As that your turn ends, it is going to try and smash Illyria with its crushing claws. Here they come. 21. All right, she hits the ground. That brings us to her turn. Saving throw against death, which would then bring us to Nikolai's turn, unless you get that nat 20. Pop up with 1 HP and finish this thing off. Oof. All right. Nikolai, to you.
20, 25. And Illyria's here?
Yep. Yeah, she is under that mass of nastiness, along with Spencer and Evenfang.
Well, jeez, I was going to do something different before that happened. Let's see.
Can you bamf her under the T-Rex, right? Because it can't occupy the same space as the T-Rex, can it?
Right, because it's the same size or within 2 sizes. Skull can also prevent it from moving over. It can only move over you guys because you're small. But the teleporting is problematic, but its reach so far hasn't been overly impressive. It seems to only have either a 5-foot or a 10-foot reach.
I guess I'm going to... I want to see Illyria get killed by this thing. 5, 10, 15, 20. And let's do this. Sorry, I'm gonna undo that. It'll make a decision.
Sure.
Can I see her?
Yeah, I mean, you can see her underneath all the mass and grossness, yeah.
Alright, I hope this is okay with people. I'm gonna cast Scatter.
Okay.
And let's put Illyria, I don't know, way far away from it, so maybe over here.
Yeah, that's super tactical spell. There you go.
Can I go underneath the T-Rex? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I can't say anything.
Well, I was thinking of moving the T-Rex, which is why...
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
But
Okay.
It can Misty Step.
So you could you're gonna build a fort out of allies, because that could work.
Trying to.
Because if you did this number right here, yeah, and then put Illyria there, it wouldn't be able to reach her.
Okay, let's do that then. I like that.
Okay. Are you guys okay with being turned into a fort of flesh?
Absolutely.
Okay. There you go. I mean, now that you're depriving it of its target, it's going to be very upset with you, Skull. It can't eat you because you're too big, but...
And then I'm gonna...
Can you move me as well, by any chance, or no?
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Can you
Where do you
put me in the space just north of Illyria?
Yep.
Oh, this one right here?
Yeah, either work, just so I'm within 5 so I can heal her. Next
Oh,
round.
nice. Okay.
Pharos looks awesome up there, so I don't want to deprive him of that.
Fair. The cloak is billowing like crazy right now. You can see like sweat dripping from the mimic. It's like trying so hard right now, but it's like really hot from that wall of fire.
And then can I dive under the T-Rex here?
Sure. Yeah, it's a huge creature.
Alright, okay, that's what I do. That's my turn.
That is a hell of a regroup, but you did leave your Pokemans out in the open. Wah, wah, wah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can pull Spencer out.
Okay.
Pull even thing. Pull even
Yeah.
Pull
thing.
even thing? Okay, I'll pull even thing.
Mhm.
Let's pull even fang. Crap, I didn't mean to grab that. Let's put even fang, I don't know, on the north end of the T-Rex.
Okay. Boop. All right. Strong turn.
Alright, I'm good.
All right. Looking about with its many eye stalks, it sees that everyone is gone except this. It's just going to bring up its fist and bring them down, trying to crush Spencer. And that would be its 3rd legendary action, and probably the last thing it ever does. I don't know. 25 bludgeoning, 9 necrotic. Dinosaur tree. What's the plan?
Let's see. I am going to move over there and whack it.
You can't move if
Wait.
you move.
If I move what?
But she might be able to kill it.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beefy attack. You are the one that has the fire. You know this in your dino brain. You control the fire. So if it's in the way, you could drop it.
I think I can still. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. I will drop the fire.
Okay.
And
It's hard. It's hard to maneuver huge creatures.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's my?
You DM Storm King's Thunder. You know these problems.
I am so bad at spatial things. Like, yeah. Anyway, that's a different topic.
Sure.
What is my reach?
If you alt and then double click the dino, it should open up a character sheet for you.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 10 feet.
But yeah, you have a 10-foot reach with your tail or your bite. Since you can only do one on a single target, which is a weird thing they did to Tyrannosaurus Rexes.
Yeah.
I would just go with the bite.
Yeah. I am. Oh, okay. Reach 10 feet. Okay. So I can actually get there and back.
Oh, okay.
So I move 25 feet. And then with my 10 feet of reach,
Nice.
Matt,
Okay.
I bite it. Bite.
It would have been a beefy ass bite.
Yeah.
But perhaps going downstairs and then, trying to bite it and trying to understand magic. It's a lot for Dino Brain. As
It
you
is.
lash out at it, it does not hit. And then you retreat back to the others?
Yep.
Okay, as
Wherever I
you do,
was
it
before.
will lash out at your dino body with its crushing claws, using its reaction, which do have a range of 10 as well. Its stompiness is the one with the 5. So 30 damage to the dino. Alright, that thing is banished. Thogrum, to you.
Alright, I'm gonna grab a hold of Valyria and cast Cure Wounds at 4th level.
Okay. Alright, Illyria, your eyes flutter open. You are prone but alive.
I'm gonna keep playing dead.
Okay, so your eyes
Nice.
don't open. They kind of move just ever so slightly so that Thogrum knows that you're not faking. Fair. Okay. Anything else from Thogrum?
Nope, I think that's it.
Okay. Skull, to you.
Alright, I'm just gonna follow us and I'm gonna attack with Dutchy. I'm gonna heft my very, very large greatsword now.
Okay.
Come over here and I'll do a couple slashes on it.
Alright.
With an extra d4 because I'm large. Okay, there we go.
Alright.
Since none of my other stuff works on it, I guess we'll use a precision attack. Well, yeah, I might as well. None of the
Okay.
other stuff even affects it. So we're gonna add a d10 to this attack roll. So we'll add 17.
Alright. It takes the damage.
Alright, and do our second attack.
Also a hit.
Right, and then we will bonus action dash. Since it used its reaction already, we'll get back into our shield position to protect Valeria.
Okay.
We'll run over there, stomp over there, do a couple attacks, run back.
Spencer, to you. You sense in your heart that your master is alive and protected.
Mhm.
Now you can put this creature down. Just like when Pikachu fought that big Charizard. Just like that.
Alright, he will attempt to maul it.
Okay.
Let's me too.
Oh,
yeah!
okay. Alright, that hits. the bonus damage.
Oh no, he doesn't get bonus damage from maul.
Oh,
It's
because he did
just
charge.
charge.
Charge. Got it. All right,
Yeah.
and he mauls again. That 19 also hits. Spencer, how do you finish it off?
He's gonna like rip into the belly and just charge through it, splitting it into
Oh my
two.
God.
So then he ends up like over here on the other side of it.
Oh damn! And then like old school Odin / Raiden from Final Fantasy, there's a swing sound, and it just cuts into two pieces. Swing.
And he's just honking.
Huh.
And then he will poop on it as well.
Fair
In
enough.
true Spencer fashion.
6 seconds.
Yep.
But
I like
the most important question is how many times does he spin around before pooping?
We're gonna go with how many times did however many times it hit Illyria.
Fair enough. As this happens, the hideous worm-like entities that were inside the creature begin to burrow down into the earth. You watch the bubbling, boiling dirt here begin to bubble and boil even hotter and faster than before, and there is suddenly a big cloud of black steam. And below, as the steam clears, you see a staircase appear that dwindles down into darkness. And I guess that's where we'll stop, unless you want to go to the bottom of the stairs and see what's there. Because we had a little bit of a late start. I don't know. It's up to you. So,
I mean,
Spencer's gonna shove a healing potion down Illyria's throat.
okay. Whew. All right. Well done. Well done. Tyrannosaur, you're not 100% sure what's going on, but everyone that you think is a friend is very happy. So,
and
seems good.
cuddled underneath you.
Yeah, seems good. Seems good.
It's like a bunch of little baby dinosaurs around a mommy dinosaur just running around.
There was so much clutch shit during that fight. Oh my god. Wow. All right. Pharaoh's dimension dooring right back where he came from. Oh man. And then like the T-Rex giving you just enough extra constitution to make the save
Yeah.
because Nikolai probably was like, I can't dispel this effect. It's probably like a 9th level fucking spell. It was just so good. So good. Some good stuff here. Okay. So I guess the question is, do you want to know what's at the bottom of the stairs for next week?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't eat us, I'm
Okay.
good.
Well, it will not eat you this week. So there's that. Here, let me just stack everybody. All right, you guys have found the Vault of Souls. So let me take you guys down. You go down for a while, for quite a while. The passage winds down and down and down. And those of you who are skilled in Arcana, you feel as if you are traveling a great distance in a very short distance. There's definitely some sort of spatial magic at work here, where you are going further than you actually are walking, kind of deal. All right, let me check this here map real quick. Make sure that nothing crazy is happening. Okay, let me go here. All right, double checking. Okay, check on this. Yep. Okay. All right. So as you guys arrive at the bottom of the stairs, you walk out into a massive underground cavern. And oh, I have to increase all of you guys in size because that last map was artificially shrunk down. That should probably do it. Okay. I guess Skull, the long walk, you would probably no. It's
It's
like
an
1d4 hours, right?
Or I
Okay.
guess it's a D4. I don't know. It's potion of growth.
Okay. So let me bring you over here. All right. So it's probably really dark because it's a pretty dark room. Yay or nay on the darkness? You guys should be somewhere around here once it
Can't
loads up.
see.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I can't.
Okay.
I mean, I can see my
Looks
token. I can't
fine.
see anything, but I probably
Okay.
don't have dark vision.
All right. So sensing the presence of living beings, the lights begin to turn on as if they are expecting you. Let's see. Where are you at, lights? There we go. Okay. All right. So you can see, I guess, maybe the distance over there. Let's see. Oh, dinosaur can't see anything. Yeah, okay. So just barely, you can see runes begin to light up on what seems to be an altar elevated high above a some kind of, I don't want to say tranquil, but reservoir that is being fed by a handful of smaller waterfalls. The altar seems to be roughly 25 feet above the water, and there is a skull, a massive skull, roughly humanoid esque in shape, kind of has fish type features as well as humanoid features. And from the eyes of this skull, seawater is slowly draining down like tears onto the altar below. This is the Vault of Souls, where she who hungers in the deep will come seeking what was promised. And should she claim it, more than likely bad stuff for the Sword Coast, especially the local region of Saltmarsh. Oh, all right. Now, you guys have time left on the clock. Mechanically, it would be very, very difficult to go through all those guardians again. So you may just want to pitch your last camp here, as it were. Potentially the last camp ever, but the last camp. And I guess prepare. Because this is where it will go down. This is where it will happen. Oof. All right. So, we will continue this next week. All that is left for you to do is face and defeat her. And that is that. So, or have a total party wipe and then be really is really sad, and that would be terrible. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But but ideally, you will defeat her, and that will be that. So, on that note, that would be the end. That would be the end of our campaign. So next week is our last session. So emotionally prepare yourselves for that. It will be this final confrontation, and then followed by funerals, time to grieve, that sort of thing. Maybe cake. We have cake probably. So yeah, that's it's been an incredible journey. So while you are down here dealing with this, your allies, including baby spiders who have been raised to be giant spider guardians, etc., will be defending against what remains of the Anguillians' forces, since you have sort of shattered the leadership of the Sahaugans and bolstered the alliance of the merfolk and the lizardfolk and Daggerford. I feel like your Saltmarsh is going to be in pretty good shape. So don't stress out too bad about Saltmarsh itself. Saltmarsh is going to be fine, assuming you guys are successful down here.
Mhm.
So, also, since it's our last session and we took a week off, anybody that's on sub, I'll go ahead and turn subs off. Since that will be that. So, yeah. All right. Any questions before we adjourn?
Oh, but there's a book club.
There is book club for real next Saturday. Not my wife's book club that I thought was my book club. So I crammed the book. I listened to that book at times 1.5 speed. This sounded a little weird, but that's okay. It kind of sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks, Mass Effect edition, which only made it more enjoyable. Yeah, but there's still time. It's only like a 9-hour book if you listen to the audiobook. So I guess if you know how to read, it probably takes about 45 minutes. I don't know, or I guess 9 hours, probably less than 9 hours. It's a fun book. If you like Mass Effect, it is more than just a fun book. It's actually pretty cool to see some of the background lore from the first game and the world. And we just hang out for an hour and discuss the book, and it's been pretty fun. This is going to be like our 4th one. So if you're interested, you are completely welcome to join. There's a HeroQuest game on Wednesday. It is full, I want to say, but it is going to be streamed and it is going to be in Foundry. So if you are curious what an adventure looks like in Foundry and you haven't got a chance to see one run in Foundry yet, you are welcome to watch and enjoy. That's the only one shot I'm doing this month. And then just you guys and that one shot. And then everything else I've been doing all month is migration work and videos and Foundry and all that kind of stuff. There was a really good one shot last night that was a lot of fun. Spelljammer, one of my favorite settings. I had a really good time. Red ran that. It was awesome. I don't know. My Odyssey players talked a lot of shit about how they were going to run like all these one shots this month because I wasn't running any games. But only one of them has actually risen to that challenge. So I thought there was going to be all sorts of games going. Also, I adopted a stray Pathfinder 1E DM that I found on Facebook. He was lost and afraid. He hadn't been fed unnecessarily complex feat systems in several days. So I brought him to our server. So if anybody has ever been curious what hella crunchy Dungeons and Dragons is like, he's running a few games, and he's advertised them on the server. So I haven't played in his games, but his pricing seems fair. His sessions are very long, like 4 or 5 hours. And there aren't a lot of first edition Pathfinder DMs out there. So if you did want an opportunity to try out some first edition Pathfinder, this could be a good opportunity for that. Those games are all starting soonish. So might be worth checking out. And I know some people are excited about running Rime of the Frost Maiden. I don't know if you heard about it, but that's an adventure that just came out. And I think a couple of people are planning to run it through the server. So just keep an eye out for that as well. So lots of cool games getting run on the server all the time. I'm very happy to see the server growing. It seems to be doing really well. I am very happy and proud of our community. And same offer I always make to everybody. If you want to host your own game on the server and you need your own channel / sub channels, let me know and we'll get that set up for you. And you could benefit from the boosted server and the Groovy bot and all that other good stuff. So, all right. Unless anybody has any announcements, any other announcements? Nope. Okay. All right. Hope you guys have a great week. Stay safe and healthy. And if you need me for anything, just at me on the Discord.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
That sounds
Mhm.
great. Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
All right. See you
Thanks.
next week,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.
Good night.